I'm hungry. Man, popcorn is addicting, no? Like, once you have one, you just gotta keep eating and eating and eating till you get tired of the taste. It's just like Doritos. Let me put it down. Talk to y'all. How's everybody doing? How's their week? How's everything going? I haven't uploaded a video in a little bit. Okay, that was the last one. Okay, I'll put it down. I'm gonna put it down over here. For you guys today, I wanted to talk about the pros and cons of living on your own and moving out of your parents' place. You know, it's a tough time. Like, it's super exciting moving out of your parents' place for a lot of us, and then, you know, sometimes some of us, we have no choice. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you about my journey, my experience thus far of moving out of my mama's house. Maybe you guys can relate, or maybe some of you are thinking about moving out or have to move out soon, and you're going to flutter away from your parents' nest and go on this exciting journey of living on your own. I mean, maybe I can help you by kind of just like listing my pros and cons and sharing my experience with you. So stay tuned. So I'm gonna hit it off with the 5 cons. I figured we'd start negative and work positive because I'm not trying to convince you guys of anything. We all have to grow up. We all have to become an adult eventually. And moving out of your parents' place is a game changer. Well, for the first one, I know y'all guessed it. It's the number one thing, the number one con.
I got bills, I gotta pay, so I'm gonna work every day.
Definitely, the number one con of moving out of your parents' place is having to pay bills. You know, you're living at your mom's place. Maybe she made you pay your phone bill or, you know, like the little ones. But when you move out of her place and you're living on your own, you now have a rent that you have to pay on time. You have electricity, cable, heat, AC, water, phone, or internet. The list goes on. There's like so many bills to pay. It just pops up like, oop, there's another one. Oop, nope, totally forgot about that one. Yep, coming out of your account 2 days. Make sure to have the money in it. Like, it just keeps going. We're all gonna experience the hurt from those suckers. Number 2 is I miss my mom's cooking. I really do. You really don't appreciate the nice hot food you get after coming home from a long day of school or work. Just having it there prepared for you. I mean, that I took for granted, I guess, you know, because I was used to that. Now I don't have that anymore, and it sucks. And her cooking is, my cooking not so much. I don't really like my cooking. I mean, hey. I really miss about living with my mom is her lovely dishes and her always making sure to feed us, my siblings and I. 3, I get homesick. I've always lived with my brother, sister, and my mom. We're like this. We're really close. Really close. Actually, I share this apartment with my sister and we share rent, so the financial load isn't too bad, and I do have a family member living with me, so I'm not alone. So that's a positive. But I do miss my mama. I do miss my brother very much. Fortunately, very fortunately for me, my mom lives like a couple blocks away. So here's the situation, right? Here's the sitch. We lived in a house and we decided, well, my mom decided to sell it. Me wanting to be an adult, I'm like, okay, how about my sister and I, we move out, we find our own apartment, and my mom and brother, they decided they want to find their own apartment too if we were gonna get an apartment. So we kind of like split up into 2s. She found an apartment that was really not that far from my apartment that I found, so it all worked out. I mean, it really isn't that bad. She's there, and it's very comforting to have my mom near me. Just in case anything happens, like, I know she's right there. Baby steps, guys, baby steps. I didn't move too far. 4, I now have to do something I hated doing when I was younger, which is chores, cleaning up, maintaining the apartment, making sure it doesn't go to chaos and havoc and looks like an earthquake came through here and like destroyed everything. Or make sure I don't look like a hoarder, like everything's just scattered everywhere and I look like I'm collecting things. So yeah, I have to clean now, which I really don't enjoy doing, guys. I mean, who has fun cleaning?
Ha! Jeez, can you give me a break here?
I clean toilet.
What?
I clean toilet.
What are you doing? I'm on the John!
It's okay.
Please leave!
Consuela, I'm sorry, but this is not working out. We're asking you to go.
No, I stay. I clean.
You don't understand. You're fired.
No, I keep job.
Here's $40 if you leave right now.
No, I stay.
I don't see how anyone could have fun cleaning. It's nice to come home to a clean place. Yeah, I would clean for that reason. After a stressful day to a clean place, it changes your mood. It makes you feel like really good when you come home to a clean place. When it's a mess, it's like,
this is the worst.
but if it's clean, it kind of de-stresses you in a way. It brings you peace and you're home, and it's a place where you should relax, enjoy being, and if it's a mess, you don't enjoy being there. So I realized if I don't do it, it doesn't get done. So kind of just have to suck it up and clean and wash those flippin' pesky dishes. I hate washing dishes. That's the worst thing. I have like a dish phobia or something. I hate touching dirty dishes, but like I would rather clean the toilet, clean the tub, all that before I touch dishes. It's weird. And also maintaining anything that needs to be fixed. Luckily my landlord lives across the street from me, so if I need something, like let's say there's a leak, just go over there and ask him or call him and find out if there's any way he can fix it. If not, I'm now responsible for fixing whatever goes wrong in the apartment. Now, I'm not a handy dandy person, so it's gonna cost money to fix anything if my landlord can't fix it. So, welcome to adulting. Number 5, living on my own and having all these responsibilities and things I have to keep up with. It is really hard to save money. It's really, really hard. Like, I was working for a short period of time before I moved out on my own. I did accumulate some savings before I moved out, and it was so much easier. There is such a difference. When you're living under your parents' roof and working, you can literally save money and enjoy yourself. There's no issue. It was a perfect setup. But once you move out, you have all these responsibilities. It's hard. If I don't put money into my savings as soon as I get my paycheck, it's spent. So usually when I get paid, I put money straight, like a certain amount from my check, into savings straight as soon as I get it. I would give this advice to people who are moving out. Make sure to have a certain amount of money saved before moving out, because you're gonna need it. Maybe if you have some tough times or something, you're gonna need that emergency fund or emergency savings. So save before and save during. So whatever you make during, it's like your savings, and then whatever you made before is your emergency savings. So do it that way, I guess. You know that it works. The first one is learning to budget, which is a great life skill. We all have to learn it eventually. Unfortunately, we're not taught that in school. I don't understand why public education system cannot teach us, just like they teach us math and science and biology and history. Why can't they have a class for kids in high school on budgeting and taxes and all these important topics that we have to learn on our own in order to become a successful adult? Anyways, budgeting I have to learn on my own now that I'm living on my own. I have to learn firsthand how to move around my money and in order to afford everything I need and pay for everything I need. So budgeting, important life skill, now learning it. Hey. Number 2, independence. I have my independence. I have freedom to do whatever I want. I can invite whoever I want. If I want to have a hangout, if I want to have a party, hey, come on through, you know? Let's say I'm in a relationship, I have a boyfriend. If I want him to come over and watch a movie one night, could do that, you know? There's freedom, there's independence to do as I please. I can wake up when I want, I can go to sleep when I want. It's not an issue. There's nobody telling me I can't do anything. My place, my rules, I guess, kind of thing. And a lot of kids when they're growing up, that's really all they want. Now that I have it, it's great and everything. What it comes along with kind of sucks, you know. But I guess, you know, being independent is very, very good. Also, being independent financially too is good. After a while, like, I really wanted to start doing things on my own. I got tired of depending on my mom for everything and financially as well. Like, I'm not that type of person. I do not like to be dependent on anyone. I want to become an independent woman. I want to become independent financially. I mean, I'm not fully independent because I have my sister helping me with finances, but I'm still responsible for my half. So, I mean, it is teaching me how to become independent. Third on the list, as the great SpongeBob said, responsibility. Learning to be responsible, learning to do what I gotta do. Literally everything that has to do with this apartment, I am responsible for. My name and my sister's name is on the lease, so we're both responsible for literally anything to do with this apartment. Number 4, I'm actually learning to do new things or to care about new things. And let me emphasize here, okay? Even though I hate cleaning, if I go in the cleaning aisle in the grocery store, I'm checking out the mops to see which one's better. I'm checking out the different kinds of cleaning products, and I'm actually caring now about the different kinds of cleaning products. I find myself Googling a lot about how to furnish a room and the different kind of styles there are. I watch HGTV a lot to kind of get ideas. I mean, my apartment is still very bland. I kind of like want to put some pizzazz, you know, I want to put some paintings up. I want to furnish the living room a lot better. And, you know, it's weird how I did not care about any of this stuff at all when I lived with my mom because, you know, she furnished the place. The only thing I cared about was my room, really. That was my space to decorate however I wanted. Now, I have a room plus more. It's like, I never thought about ways to decorate a bathroom or different kind of cleaning supplies that you can use besides Pine Sol. I'm learning how to navigate through a grocery better. It amazes me still that I care about these things, but I do. I just never thought I'd see the day come, but it did. So lastly, number 5, I have such a greater appreciation for my parents. Moving out on your own, realizing the struggle, realizing all that they do or did for you when you were growing up and the sacrifices that they've made to make sure you have food every day, to make sure you have a roof over your head, to make sure you have heat in the wintertime, AC in the summertime, to make sure you have new clothing, new supplies for school. You know, it's amazing what my parents have done and have sacrificed for me, and it never really hit me until I moved out on my own. They have done so much for me, and I'm forever, forever grateful for my parents. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. Moving out is definitely an eye-opener. So those are my 5 pros and my 5 cons. This is like pretty much what a lot of people experience when they move out. I just wanted to share with you my experience. So if you are thinking about moving out, just remember what I told you. Make sure to have some savings. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a struggle. to fend on your own for a little bit without your parents, to get on your feet to where you're comfortable living on your own. You know, you're gonna be homesick, you're gonna miss them, you're gonna have a hard time. It's gonna be tough at first with those bills, going from paying nothing to having a lot of responsibility, have money coming out of your pocket that isn't going towards just you. Things that you like to buy, things you like to wear, you know, it's going towards a roof over your head now. After a while, it seems like your money is just disappearing from your account. But trust me, it gets easier as you go along. You get used to it. You get a routine, you get on your grind. It is what it is. As you can see, my room is still bland. I'll get to it when I get to it.